Hi, it's Rashida J, and today we're talking about responding on social media. And I'm going to discuss some mistakes that I really hope you're not making. And if you are making, I'm going to help you fix them. And social media is very interactive. It's about dialogue and conversation. And you don't want your conversation to be one sided. So you don't want people to feel like you're talking at them or you're talking down to them. And you don't want people to feel like they're ignored. So responding on social media is very important, and it is very important that you do it correctly. So the first thing we're going to talk about is trying to respond to everybody. Now, I know that can seem like a catch-22 because it is very important to respond to your audience because this whole YouTube video is about it. And you want to respond to as many people as possible. And I do know people who their program or the way they do it is to respond to everybody. And it's a great feeling. Even for me, if I respond to somebody's YouTube video, I like when they reply back to me, or if I retweet something, I like when that person likes the retweet. We all like to be acknowledged. That is human nature. So acknowledging your audience is very important. But what I think happens is that sometimes people feel pressure, like they have to respond and they have to respond to everybody. And it becomes unauthentic because now it's a job, it's a chore. And you can be short with the person, or you can be a little rude or impatient. And so then that becomes more hurtful than helpful. So if that's the case, only respond when it feels right to you. And even if it's a simple thank you, if that feels right, if that's authentic, then do it. If you're like in the middle of something and you're just rushing and you're panicking and you're like stressed, then don't respond, because that's going to show when you respond to that person. Now, the next mistake is taking too long to follow up on complaints. This is social media. This is online. There will be complaints. Nothing goes perfect. Sometimes people will complain just because they can complain. And then sometimes people will have very legitimate complaints. But you have to respond to complaints. Do not ignore them. I am a big reviewer. I like to read reviews. So, Yelp or Amazon, TripAdvisor, I read reviews. And when I see that someone has a complaint, when I see that management or somebody from that company has responded and addressed that complaint, I'm like, okay, this person really cares about their customers. And I'm more likely to still do business with them because most people understand that stuff happens. But you want to be sure and feel good that if something does happen, the customer service is there to take care of it. And that leads right into the third mistake, which is not following up. So after you have responded to the complaint, follow up. Make sure the person is pleased. Make sure the person is happy. Maybe ask for their advice or any steps so you could prevent this in the future, or anything that you have put into place to prevent this in the future. And because what this does is finish the story for you and that customer and anybody else that is coming afterwards who will read that. So they see there was a complaint, management addressed it, and they follow up, closed it. Oh, and by the way, they're putting this in place to help this not happen again. Now, the other mistake, not blocking obnoxious users. There are some people who are just obnoxious. They are ugly acting. They are mean. Their whole purpose is to make you miserable, and their whole purpose is to make anybody in their social media feed miserable. You want to block them because you want to create an environment that is welcoming to your audience. So if people feel like they cannot come there because it's too aggressive or it's disrespectful or rude, then they won't come, and it's bad business for you. So block those type of users. Don't go just blocking anybody because, I don't know, you don't like something they said because they disagree with a point of view you have, or you don't like their shirt. Don't do anything like that, but block the really rude, obnoxious users. We all know who those people are. We all know they need to be blocked. Make sure you block the right person. So really make sure that you're blocking the right person, that you understand how blocking and reporting works on that social media platform, but block them. And this segues right into the last mistake. It's a big one. getting emotional and reacting on social media. Now, I know those trolls can get to you. They know how to push your buttons. It is their job and they do it well. But it is your job to remain professional, because we've all seen the Twitter beefs and the Instagram going back and forth, and you don't want that to be you. You have to remain professionals. So don't get in your feelings. Don't get overly emotional. And if you do, because we are human, but don't show that on social media. Remain professional. And like I said, if it gets really, really bad, really obnoxious, really rude, really mean, you can block that person. I really hope you found some useful information out of this video. If you did, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel below. New content every single week. Until next time, bye-bye.